Hey, welcome back. So, I want to discuss 10 Toes Down 2. I'm glad they made a part 2 because the first one, the way it ended, I was like, oh my God. Now, I don't remember, if you watch my review on that, I don't remember if I was saying I hope they have a part 2 or not. It's been a little minute. And I probably should have rewatched the first one and then watched the second one, but I didn't. So, we're just going to get started on the second one. So we know James is a murderer, con artist. He set Kyra up to take the fall for murdering his wife. Just a little backstory. You know, she was married while she was messing with James and met James, I think, at a coffee shop or at a bookstore. No, they were looking at books. She was looking at a book by the coffee shop. But anyway, so the first one ends with her going to jail for a murder that he committed, that he framed her for. His wife kept a journal of like the abuse that she encountered from James, and I think that she was trying to plan on leaving him, so that was what was going to help her, you know, prove her innocence. So in this one, she gets out on a technicality. She's free. She runs into James and he's just acting like, oh hey, like he didn't just set this lady up to be in prison for God knows how long. Now, when I was writing the notes on this movie, y'all gonna have to forgive me because the notes are on this phone that I'm recording with right now. So I'm gonna try to go off of memory of what I saw. I saw it like a few days ago. Now, the way this one ends, they should be done. Shouldn't be a part 3, but you never know with these movies that are uploaded to Tubi, okay? You never know. There might be 5 more parts coming. But the way this ended with him actually going to prison for the murder that he committed was smooth, okay? It was good. Then he got his ass whooped in prison by Kyra's daddy because Kyra's daddy works in the prison. I said, you know, it always helps to have people in high places, okay? So, in this movie, we're pretty much just watching her be the slick one to prove her innocence, which I don't blame her. Her daddy, this is the part that I thought was just too smooth. Her daddy, the one that works in the prison, he scooped out, was it her ex-husband's mom, right? Because she was like a therapist or something, correct me if I'm wrong, and she was the daddy was trying to find out where the journal was. The mama had the journal, so the daddy ended up getting the journal, taking it to Kyra, and then he just cut her smooth off. And it's like, lady, you should have never. And then when she was trying to look for him, the mama, she was trying to find his address. It's a P.O. box, so he can't be traced. I like how Kyra worked with her dad. Now, there's a scene where James tried to like woo Kyra. He was really just doing his same old scamming. And I was watching because I was like, man, I hope she's scamming back. I hope she's not falling for it. Like, I don't care how many sweet pillow talk nothings that you whisper in my ear. If you frame me for murder, this is going on my record now. You frame me for murder and then I get out, there's no talking. So when I was watching it, I'm like, okay, hopefully Kyra is just playing into this. Now, this lawyer, I really didn't like her. Now, the lawyer, she actually helped frame Kyra because she was messing with James. So throughout, we spend more time on her this movie because James is with her, quote unquote, but you know, he's only with people to use them and get what he needs and use them as pawns and stuff. So, did she die in this? Y'all forgive me, please. This is why I need to watch the movie and then do the review right after. But she got her just desserts. Now, the mama ended up getting arrested, and of course, James. Because I think the mama got arrested because she was holding evidence or something like that. You know, if people would just stay faithful, you can avoid all this. Now, she had a husband. From what I remember, because in this movie, he was with another woman because, you know, they had, you know, moved on. She cheated. She was in jail. They divorced, whatever. I feel like he was, if I can remember correctly, he was an okay husband in the first one. I'm not sure. But it's like, if you're having problems in your marriage, just, I don't know. I'm not married. Never have been. So maybe it's not as easy to just leave, but I don't think cheating makes it better. I think can we all agree on that cheating doesn't make it better? Because I feel like even if you're just like, well, I'm just getting certain needs met with this other person, I'm gonna go back to my husband, my wife, everything's gonna be good. I just feel like it's eventually gonna blow up in your face, even if it's years down the line. Like, there's people right now in their 70s, and those chickens are coming home to roost. So, girl, Kyra, next time, ignore the smooth-talking, light-skinned bandit that you met down at the coffee shop, okay? This dude, his name is Don Snipes. Now, if you're familiar with Tubi movies, you have seen him in a lot. There's like top 10 that you see in a lot of movies that are produced for Tubi and on Tubi. And he tends to play, I'm trying to think, have I seen him in a role where he's like a good guy? Because I know the first time I saw him was in that movie, I think it was called Don't Look Back or something like that. And he played the landscaper man, and he was all like stalking that girl and stuff. And she was having issues with her husband and everything. I did a review on that. That was the first time I saw him in things. And then I seen him in a few other stuff. I was like, dude, that's why I call him the light-skinned bandit. Him, that guy with the 2 braids, that's in a lot of Tubi movies, that dude. And then there's another one. He's kind of thick with it. He's not bad. He's just like muscular, and he kind of short. He was the main character in These Men Are For Everybody. That dude, him, Don Snipes, and the guy with the 2 braids, they are a part of the light-skinned bandit crew because they're always into some shit on a Tubi movie, okay? I'm starting to think them dudes are like that in real life. But anyway, 10 Toes Down 2 on Tubi. Let me know what you think about this. Please forgive me. From now on, I'm going to watch the movie and do a review right after. But like I said, I had notes, but they're on this phone. So I wasn't thinking what I was doing in notes. I was just like, okay, let me do the notes, and bam. Well, you know, it is what it is. Shout out to my subs, man. I love each and every last one of you for sticking with me. Shout out to the rest of you who are not subscribed, but you know you can by hitting that button for me. Trying to get to 1,000 by the end of December. That's 900 some more people in like 2 months. So we're gonna see what we can do. If I don't make it by December, we're just gonna keep pushing that goal post, and we'll make it March or something. All right. But anyways, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace and blessings to all of you. Until next time.